The zoo is a very small, very old village. When I first got here, I was doing my primary assignment, which was to teach English at a local youth center. And I saw these very in-depth, very well thought out murals. And I started asking around as to, so where do these come from, sort of to the director. It's sort of weird to have such beautiful work in a place that, you know, can't even afford chairs or tables. And he pointed me to Rashid, who was actually his neighbor. When I saw his work, I was absolutely stunned and blown away at the sort of detail and the inspiration that it takes to create this. And I immediately asked, I was like, you need to show me the rest of your work. I need to see sort of how you work and stuff, and maybe I can help you out. It's very closed-minded thinking here, especially towards the arts. The idea of good artist is who can come closest to a photograph. Out of all this very sort of suppressive atmosphere, or at least towards art, suppressive atmosphere, he managed to sort of go his own way. There's nowhere to buy real art supplies here. Instead of in place of a brush, that's an old piece of shoe or an old sponge that's hardened, and then he cuts it with the razor to a sharp point where he can make all different types of brushes that he wants. He can make a fine brush, he can make a thick brush. His talent is very recognizable. As soon as I saw it, I mean, I knew there was something different about it. In the beginning, everyone just kept saying, why are you doing art? It's only making you backwards. There's no future in art because you're never going to make any money out of it. It was like blood flowing through his veins. And so it's something that he would never give up. His goal, he will say, is to eventually find his own style. My goal is to make it so that he can provide for his family with art. So our goal is to market him better. And it's really simple things that we take for granted, but those go a long way in being able to sell your product. While the environment here is very conducive to painting, it is not conducive at all for selling. And at some point, some Peace Corps volunteers came by, they bought a couple things, and he was happy again. The difference that he's seen with Americans is because he's met several Peace Corps volunteers, and that they actually come and sit down and like have conversations and have like cultural exchanges, and that's definitely something he didn't think he would have. Rashid taught me, in the most basic sense, resourcefulness, to think more about what I need to accomplish and what other non-traditional means I can get to that. He says that I brought him along, like I put him on my back and brought him along in the beginning. Our union in traveling and selling his art has exposed us to many things that we would not have been exposed to either of us otherwise. That sort of cultural exchange is really a large part of why we're here, sort of bridging the gap.